Welcome to the Global Premier Benefits walkthrough of the SuranceBay by SureLC platform. If you are a new agent, you're in the right place. Go ahead and Google Global Premier Benefits and go to our website, where you will then click the Get Contracted button at the top right. Then you can watch the helpful video like this one on the left, or immediately access SuranceBay using the button on the right. Then you'll go to the SuranceBay platform and register as a new user. It doesn't matter if you used this before, you must register as a new user. Then enter your credentials. You'll see I have blurred mine out, and select your upline. I've chosen Tony Holly. Then once it's loaded, you'll receive an access email like this one, and now you can go log into the SuranceBay website using whatever credentials you establish. And then it'll allow you to log into the website using those new credentials you've just created. Once logged in, you'll scroll through this disclaimer and the privacy policy. You'll have to scroll all the way to the bottom and make sure you check that box before you click the continue button at the bottom. You'll have to do this for both screens. And then also the SaaS terms of use. Most people retain a copy of this. You're more than welcome to do so. For my purpose of simply showing you how to do this, I'm not going to do that. I'll click the box and click accept. And here, this is your home screen. This is what SuranceBay looks like when you log in. It has all your data. I've blurred mine out for the purpose of this video, but let's go ahead and do the DBA, or doing business as. Most people do individual unless you have an agency. Now under FINRA, I am not a registered representative, so I click no. And then I go to questions. I'm not going in any particular order here, right? I happen to answer no to all of these questions, but you need to make sure that they apply to you, right? If you answer yes, you need to provide documentation. I skipped ahead, and all my answers were no. Now I go over to E&O insurance, which is errors and omissions, and you provide a copy of your E&O insurance that's current and valid. Here's an issue of mine, and I translated all the data, so I click save and exit. My next option, again in no particular order, is adding my signature to these documents. So you're going to manually sign your name. You click and drag the mouse, or if you choose the print form, you can sign on a piece of paper and upload that document. It is totally up to you. It doesn't matter one way or the other. That's me doing the click and drag. Going back to the bank info, I'm going to upload a direct deposit form or a blank check. Doesn't matter. Either one is recognizable. There's a sample of mine. And then I'm going to request contracts. That's more or less all that's left. I'm going to do GTL as an individual producer. So I'm going to just search GTL. It's just easier for me. And then I click contract. You can always add a state if you've already got a contract. And I hit next. The next steps are pretty straightforward. I'm looking for a specific line of products, which is fixed life. I'm looking for a Florida license. Again, you will choose whatever applies to you. I see Maryland there. That's my instinct because I live in Maryland. But really all I want for me for this purpose is Florida. So I click Florida, and it shows health life with variable annuities as the option in that state. Most of them are like that, but it doesn't matter for this purpose. I hit next. And then I'm looking at the counties. Now again, I live in Maryland. I'm not personally selling in person in Florida. I'm doing remote sales. So that box there that says no personal sales, telemarketing, or online or phone only, I'm checking that box. Because again, I'm selling remotely. And for this purpose, I go ahead and hit the next box at the bottom right. If you were to market in person in Florida in this case, then you would pick which counties that this applies to, and you would actually need to do fingerprints per their guidelines. Now, as far as training for AML, or anti-money laundering, I actually did not have any training at this moment, so I added a certificate by doing the SuranceBay training. It's free, it's quick, and I could do it right then and there. It took me 15 minutes on the dot, 15 minutes flat, and I did download their study material, so I have it on record. And you can do the same thing as well for future reference. You can see I downloaded it there. I started the test. It took me 15 minutes and I passed. I think I got a 70% if I'm not mistaken. You do have a minimum requirement, much like all of the certifications and licensing. It is a legitimate certification. It does apply. You are certainly valid after that. You can see my certificate there, or at least I have the option to download my certificate. And then I hit next once I upload it. And then this takes me to the next option, which is verifying my my policy information, as you see on that screen. Blur it out. And then again, going through a checklist, verifying your information. It's just making sure I am who I say I am. And then I'm signing today's date, my name, all of the documents that I signed previously. I can download as well to make sure that, again, I retain a copy for my own records. And then once you're done, you can stay in SuranceBay, or you can exit out of the program. You essentially are finished. You will eventually receive an email from the carrier as well as Global Premier Benefits following the next steps. Here in SuranceBay, if you have contracting requests that are outstanding, you'll see them here. And if you don't, you won't see anything, but you'll see here, GTL in Florida is the one we just submitted. So it is in a particular phase of being processed. Once it's complete, it'll move to the next phase, and you can see all of that in your SuranceBay profile. Alternatively, your upline can see that in our CRM system called Zoho, or if you must call our internal department, Miss Felicia in contracting can handle your request as well. If there's anything further you need, don't hesitate to reach out. But first and always, make sure your upline is aware of everything that you need.